everybody, and welcome to day 9 of the 2-week yoga challenge. My name is Freya and I'm going to be guiding you through this practice today. So when you're ready, come into a comfortable seat, as always either sitting cross-legged or on your knees. Rest your palms in your lap and turn them to face up. Close down the eyes and take a full breath in through the nose. Let it out with a sigh through the mouth. And again, inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale, let it out with a sigh through the mouth. Draw your hands together at heart center. Press your thumbs to your sternum. Call to mind an intention today for your practice. Allow that intention to rise towards your heart space. And then release your hands and bring yourself up to standing at the back of the mat. Take your feet about a hip width distance apart, and then inhale, sweep up the arms, press the palms together, and for the first round, just draw the hands through heart center, keeping the back straight. Inhale, sweep the arms up, and then exhale, draw through heart center and come down into a forward fold. Take the feet a little bit wider if you need more stability, and just rock the body out from side to side. If you can, dragging your fingertips on the mat. Bend the knees as much as you need to, and just allow the body to hang heavy over the legs. Take the hands behind the ankles and start to draw the body closer to the thighs. Bend the knees as much as you need to. And again, just make sure that the neck is heavy, the body is heavy. Keep breathing through the nose. And then release the hands on the mat. And then we're going to get ready to come into a deep hamstring stretch. So we're going to take the hands underneath the feet, palms facing up, the toes are at the wrist crease. Keep the body hanging heavy over the legs, and we're going to start to straighten up the body and at the same time straighten up the legs. So with your next inhale, straighten the back, look forward, straighten the legs. Exhale, bend the knees, bend the body over the legs. We're going to do that again. Inhale, straighten the back, straighten the legs. Exhale, bend forwards. And again, inhale. Exhale, bend. Last one, inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Release the hands and slowly and gently bring yourself up to standing. Once you get to the top, roll the shoulders back and down. And then sweep the arms up, press the palms together, interlace the fingers, and then drag the body over to the right side, coming into a standing side stretch. Keep an even weight on both feet and really reach up through the waist. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, fold over to the other side. Again, keep an even weight on the feet. Keep breathing. Inhale, come back to the center. And exhale, draw the hands through heart center. Arms by your side, Tadasana. Roll the shoulders back and down. Press into the feet. And then when you're ready, come to standing at the top of the mat. Feet together, big toes touch. Inhale, sweep up the arms, press the palms together. Exhale, fold through heart center, folding the body over the legs. Then inhale, halfway lift, hands to the shins, back straight, neck long. Exhale, plant the hands and step back into plank. Pause here and then drop the knees down. Tuck the elbows into the side of the body, and then inhale, come up into a low cobra, little to no weight in the hands. Press into the hands, bend the knees, tuck the toes, and send yourself into a downward facing dog. Full breath here in downward facing dog, in through the nose. Let it out with a big sigh through the mouth. With your next inhale, come high up onto the toes, bend the knees, and start to step to the top of the mat. I'm going to take a quick forward bend here, so take your hands around the ankles and just draw the body towards the thighs, bending the knees as much as you need to. Release the hands and vertebrae by vertebrae, bring yourself up to standing, sweeping the arms up, pressing the palms together and drawing the hands through heart center. We'll go again, step to the top of the mat. And when you're ready, inhale, sweep up the arms. Press through heart center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump, this time back into plank. This time floating through a chaturanga. Inhale up to upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over the toes. Downward facing dog. We're just moving really slowly for these first few rounds. Keep the breath in the belly. Then inhale, come high up onto the toes, bend the knees, look forward. Step or jump to the top of the mat. Fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Press the palms through heart center. Arms by your side, Tadasana. And again, inhale, sweep up the arms. Exhale, fold through heart center. Inhale, halfway lift, back straight, neck long. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump this time back into plank. Float through a Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, bend the knees or roll over the toes, downward facing dog, your choice. Inhale, come high up onto the toes, bend the knees, look forward, step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold the body forwards. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Press the hands through heart center. Arms by your side, Tadasana. And again, inhale, sweep up the arms. Exhale, fold through heart center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back into plank. Float through Chaturanga. Moving with the breath. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Come high up onto the toes, bend the knees, look forward, step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Press the hands through heart center. Arms by your side, Tadasana. Keep flowing. Inhale. Exhale, fold through heart center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back into plank. Float through Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. This time we're going to exhale and we're going to float into child's pose. Touching the big toes together, sending the knees out wide, reaching the arms forwards, extended child's pose. Staying here for a few breaths, just grounding yourself into the mat. Feeling the breath deep in through the nose and into the belly. Beautiful, press into the hands and knees. Tuck the toes and send yourself back into downward facing dog. Taking the weight onto the left foot, sweep up the right leg, and then exhale, bend the right knee and step it in between the hands. Inhale, float up into a high lunge. Back leg is straight, front leg is bent. Sinking into the hips, reaching the arms up. Sending the energy out through that back heel. There's always the option to drop the knee if you need to. And we're going to sweep forwards with the next exhale. Inhale, we're going to sweep the arms back up. Exhale, sweep forwards. Moving slowly, keeping your balance. Inhale, sweep back to high lunge. Exhale, arrowhead forwards. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep up. Sink into the hips. And then we're going to step that back foot closer into the front foot. And we're going to come down into a forward fold. So keeping both legs straight and folding the body over the front leg. Take the hands either side of the foot for balance and tuck the chin to the chest. Keep the breath in the belly, breathing through the nose only. When you're ready, interlace the fingers and bring yourself back up to standing. Step that back foot back and come into a warrior two. You might need to shift that front foot slightly forwards and then open up the arms. Once you're there, we're going to start to flow. Inhale, sweep up the arms, press the palms together. Exhale, float. Inhale, sweep up the arms. Exhale, float back to warrior two. And again, inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Two more, inhale. Exhale, back to warrior two. Last one, inhale. And exhale, warrior two. We're going to interlace the fingers behind the back, open the chest with the inhale, and then start to send that right shoulder to the inside of the right thigh, coming into humble warrior. The arms are tracing behind you, and we're taking a beautiful shoulder stretch here. Bend a lot into that front knee. Keep the breath in the belly. Gently release the hands back down onto the mat. Come back into a low lunge. And then we're going to take the left hand to the inside of the right foot and then sweep up the right arm. Start to lift up through the chest, and then gently start to drop that back knee. Bring your body slightly up, and then we're going to come into a gentle twist here. So if you can, catching hold of that left foot with the right arm, stay here and start to open up the chest. Beautiful. Gently and slowly release that foot back down on the mat. Sweep the hands up. We're going to come into lizard pose. So take the foot a little bit away from you, sink the hips, and take the hands to the inside of the foot. Pressing into the hands, opening up the chest, allowing the hips to be heavy, and then maybe gently and slowly tiptoeing the elbows down onto the mat. Keep breathing in the nose. It's a very deep hip opener, so just be gentle with your body. And then when you're ready, bring yourself back up. Tiptoe that foot slightly back in towards the center, tuck the back toes, and bring yourself back into a plank. Float through a chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. And then exhale, fold over the toes, downward facing dog. We're going to take the other side. So when you're ready, taking the weight onto the right foot. Inhale, sweep up that left leg. Exhale, bend the knee to the chest, step the foot forwards, come into a high lunge. Inhale, sweep up the arms. Again, there's the option to drop that knee if you need to. Otherwise, we're going to stay here. Keep breathing in the nose, sinking in the hips. When you're ready, we're going to look up and then we're going to start to flow. Exhale, fold over the front leg. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold forwards. Arrowhead. Inhale, sweep up the arms. And again, exhale. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, sweep up the arms. And then we're going to sink into the hips again. Step that back foot closer in and come into that forward fold. Straightening both legs, reaching up and then folding forwards over the front leg. Again, you can keep the fingertips connected or you can take the hands either side of the foot for more balance. Just make sure that you're not twisting in the hips and putting pressure on the knee joint. Allow the body to be heavy, close down the eyes, breathe in deeply through the nose, and then interlace the fingers, bring yourself back up to standing, step that back foot back, and float into a warrior two. So the back heel is now connected to the mat. Just make sure that there's a right angle from your ankle all the way to your knee. And then start to flow here. Inhale, press up the hands. Exhale, float back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten the legs, press the hands together. Exhale, warrior two. And again, inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Last one. Inhale, press the hands together. Exhale, back to warrior two. Interlace the fingers behind you. Inhale, open the chest, and then exhale, float down into humble warrior. Left shoulder to the inside of the left thigh. Allow the neck and head to be heavy, and sweep the arms up behind you if you can. Keep the breath in the belly. When you're ready, release the hands. Take the hands either side of the foot, turn that back foot out and drop down the knee. Take the fingertips on the mat either side of that front foot and lift up the chest. When you find your balance, sweep up the left arm and catch the right foot with the right hand. Gently kick into the hand with the foot, and at the same time reach with the right arm. Keep the breath in the belly, and then gently and slowly release yourself back down onto the mat. Take that left foot to the outside edge of the mat and come into lizard pose. Hands on the mat, chest is open. You might stay here, or you might feel like you can go down a little bit further by dropping down onto the elbows. Just do whatever feels good in your body. Don't push yourself too much. It's a very deep hip opener. And if you do feel like you're very, very flexible, perhaps you can come out onto the blade edge of that left foot. Beautiful. Gently bring yourself back up. Untuck that back foot, come back into a lunge, and then step yourself into a plank. Float through a chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, roll over the toes. Downward facing dog. Full breath here in downward facing dog. In through the nose. Let it out with a sigh through the mouth. Inhale, come high up onto the toes, bend the knees, look forwards, step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold forwards. And then inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Press the palms through heart center. Arms by your side, Tadasana. Step to the top of the mat and then inhale, sweep up the arms. Exhale, fold through heart center. Inhale, take a halfway lift, back straight, neck long. Exhale, fold forwards and then step the right foot back. Inhale, sweep up into warrior one. Sink into the hips and then exhale, warrior two. Pause here for a moment in warrior two and then interlace the fingers behind the back and sink into that humble warrior again. So this time the left shoulder is coming into the inside of the left thigh. Keep breathing. From here, we're going to slowly take the hands either side of that front foot, coming into standing splits. So turn the back foot out into a low lunge, and then we're going to press up into the front leg and start to lift up the back leg while at the same time drawing the body down the front leg. Beautiful. From here, we're going to straighten up and then fold over the legs, step back into a warrior one. Inhale, sweep up the arms. And then exhale, fold forwards. Float into a plank. Float through chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come high up onto the toes, bend the knees, step or jump to the top of the mat and take the feet hip width distance apart. Fold over the legs and then sweep up the arms, coming into chair pose. Sinking into an imaginary chair, lifting up the toes and taking the weight onto the heels. Exhale, sweep forwards. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sweep the body forwards. Inhale, reach up. 3 more times. Exhale. Inhale. This is called chopping the wood. Exhale. Inhale. Last one. Exhale. And inhale back to chair. Beautiful. Straighten the legs. Press the palms through heart center. Arms by your side. Tadasana. Inhale, sweep up the arms. Exhale, fold through heart center. Inhale, halfway lift, back straight, neck long. Exhale, plant the hands, and this time step the left foot back, coming back into warrior one. Inhale, sweep up the arms, sink into the hips. With your next exhale, we're going to open up into a warrior two, sinking into that front knee. And then take a full breath here, and then interlace the hands behind the back. Open the chest and send the chest down towards the front leg, taking that right shoulder to the inside of the right leg. Keep the breath in the belly, keep breathing deeply in through the nose. And then float the hands down either side of the foot, untuck that back toe and step the foot closer in, coming into standing splits. So again, lifting up the left leg, straightening that bottom leg. Just going to your edge. I'm very tight in my hamstrings. This is as far as I go. Keep the body bent over the legs. And then gently and slowly start to step that foot back down, coming back into a lunge, hands either side of the foot. Step back into a plank and float through chaturanga. Inhale to an upward facing dog or a cobra. And exhale, float over the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, come high up onto the toes, bend the knees, look forward, step or float to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, back straight, neck long. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, sweep up into chair pose and sink into the hips. So again, our feet are about a hip width distance apart. We're actively separating out the thighs, not knocking the knees together. Put the weight back in the heels and then start to sweep the arms down, chopping the wood. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sweep down. Inhale. Exhale. And again, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale. 2 more rounds. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And stand all the way up. Float the hands through heart center. Arms by your side. Tadasana. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Press the palms together. Exhale, fold through heart center. Take the hands to the mat and then step back into an extended child's pose. Touch the big toes together, knees are wide, sink the hips back on the heels and reach the hands forward. We're starting to slow down the class now, so breathe deeply in through the nose. Maybe let out a big sigh out through the mouth. Just a few more full breaths here. And then press into the hands, come into all fours. Rock the body gently from side to side, taking the knees underneath the hips. And then press into the hands, tuck the toes and send yourself into a downward facing dog. We're going to come into that forward fold again. So step the right foot forward, take the left foot closer to the right foot and then fold over the legs. This time we're going to take the palms behind the back, pressing the palms together. If this isn't comfortable, you can just take your hands back down onto the mat. Otherwise, we're tucking the chin to the chest and sending the forehead down towards that front leg. Keep the breath in the belly. And then release the hands in front of that foot, step the feet back into a plank, bend the knees and come back down into a child's pose. Take a full breath here in child's pose, in through the nose. Let it out with a big sigh through the mouth. And then tuck the toes, send the hips back into downward facing dog. We'll come onto the left side, reach up the left foot, step that left foot forwards, and then step the right foot closer, coming into the forward fold. Again, keep the hands here or press the palms together behind the back and actively lift up the elbows. Almost trying to draw the elbows together here. When you're ready, start to release the hands down onto the mat. Step the feet back into a gentle plank, drop the knees, extend to child's pose. And then press into the hands, we're going to come into pigeon pose. So we're going to take the right foot towards the left wrist. And at the same time, we're going to take the left leg behind us, sinking into the hips. Gently look up, and then when you're ready, fold over that front leg. So you might still be high up on the hands, and that's completely fine. Otherwise, your forehead might be touching the mat. And if it is, just take a little massage of that space in between your eyebrows. Keep the breath in the belly, keep breathing deeply through the nose. Really winding down the class now. So just allow your breath to guide you. If your thoughts start to wander, just bring them back gently to the breath. Start to press into the hands, bring yourself back up. And then we're going to turn onto that right glute and come into a seated position, bringing both soles of the feet together. I'm going to come into a gentle butterfly here. So just allowing the knees to fall out to the side. Take a hold of the feet and just encourage the knees closer to the mat. Start to straighten the back and then gently fold yourself over the legs. Just rounding the back here. Breathing in through the nose only. And then gently bring yourself up. We're going to keep the left foot connected to the inside of the thigh. And then we're going to roll into pigeon on the other side. So the left foot is bent towards the right wrist. The right leg is straight behind you. Take a moment to straighten yourself and then gently and slowly bring yourself down over that front leg. So again, there should be no pain in the knee here. There should be no pinching sensations anywhere in the body. Just be really mindful and gentle with your practice. And allow yourself to completely relax in the pose. Start to press into the hands, start to bring yourself back up. Roll into the outside of that left glute and bring yourself to seated with your legs facing forwards and just rock out the feet from side to side. Reach up the arms and we're going to fold over the legs, coming into a hamstring stretch. So again, if you can take a hold of the feet, do so. Otherwise, maybe take a hold of the ankles or the shins. The back is rounded and the feet are relaxed. It's just a very passive pose. As always, just keep the breath in the belly. Breathing through the nose only. And then inhale, sit yourself back up. Reach up the arms in front of you and roll yourself gently and slowly all the way to lying on your back. Release the hands, release the legs. And just rock yourself gently from side to side. We're going to come into waterfall, so we're going to lift up the legs Bend the knees as much as you need to, and then reach up the arms in line with the shoulders. Just allow the body to hang here. There should be no tension in the abs. It should just be a really relaxing pose. You won't be here for long, but just close down the eyes and then start to take a hold of the inside of the feet, coming into a happy baby. To opening the knees, maybe rocking the hips from side to side if it feels good. Beautiful. Release the feet, release the legs. And touch the soles of the feet together, knees come out wide. Take the left hand to the heart, the right hand to the belly. Reach the legs out long, coming into your final Shavasana. Arms come out either side of the body, close down the eyes. This is where I'll be leaving you today. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.